Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most shocking moves of the season, as QUENTIN JOHNSTON, one of the most coveted wide receivers in recent memory, has reportedly abandoned the Los Angeles Chargers to join the Washington Commanders, igniting a firestorm of speculation, excitement, and controversy among fans, analysts, and insiders alike. The implications of this move are vast, not only for the Chargers, who invested heavily in Johnston's development and expected him to be a cornerstone of their passing attack, but also for the Commanders, who suddenly find themselves with a deep threat capable of altering the entire dynamic of their offense. Rumors suggest that behind the scenes, negotiations were intense, secretive, and highly strategic, with multiple teams reportedly vying for Johnston's services before Washington made the decisive push that ultimately convinced him to make the leap. The timing of the announcement, coinciding with off-season preparations and team evaluations, has added an extra layer of intrigue, leaving pundits scrambling to predict the ripple effects across the league. Social media has exploded with reactions, ranging from ecstatic Commanders fans celebrating the acquisition to Chargers supporters expressing disbelief and frustration over the unexpected desertion of a young talent many assumed was locked into their roster. Analysts are already dissecting every possible angle, considering how Johnston's addition might force defenses to rethink coverage schemes, while simultaneously raising questions about his chemistry with new quarterbacks, coaching strategies, and long-term fit within Washington's offensive philosophy, all of which could define the narrative for the upcoming season in ways few anticipated. Rumors indicate that the deal for Johnston was finalized after intense back-and-forth between agents, team executives, and league officials, suggesting that every detail, from salary structure to performance incentives, was meticulously crafted to entice the receiver to make such a dramatic switch. Sources close to the situation claim that Johnston's decision was influenced not solely by financial considerations, but by a desire to be part of a dynamic offense where his skills as a deep threat could be fully utilized, giving him opportunities to shine on the biggest stages and potentially elevate his career trajectory in ways the Chargers' system may not have allowed. Observers have speculated that Washington's offensive scheme, characterized by aggressive vertical routes, creative play design, and quarterback mobility, may have presented the perfect canvas for Johnston's rare combination of size, speed, and catch radius, making him an immediate weapon capable of stretching defenses and forcing opponents to rethink their approach on every down. The Chargers, meanwhile, are reportedly in a state of internal reflection, weighing the strategic and personnel implications of losing a player expected to be foundational to their aerial attack, and considering how to address the sudden gap through draft acquisitions, free agent signings, or tactical adjustments in offensive strategy. The ripple effects of Johnston's move extend far beyond the two teams directly involved, affecting league narratives, fantasy football projections, and even media coverage, as commentators scramble to contextualize the significance of a player of his caliber abandoning one team for another at a moment when stability and continuity are often prized commodities. Fans and pundits alike are already imagining highlight reels of Johnston racing down the field, defenders trailing helplessly, and the Commanders' offense suddenly possessing a weapon capable of redefining expectations, while Chargers loyalists are left grappling with the emotional and strategic impact of a star receiver choosing a different path, highlighting the unpredictable and often dramatic nature of NFL player movements and the constant evolution of team identities in pursuit of success. Speculation surrounding Johnston's motivations has sparked countless debates across sports networks, podcasts, and online forums, as analysts weigh the strategic versus personal factors that might have driven him to desert the Chargers and commit to a team historically eager to expand its offensive capabilities. Many insiders suggest that Johnston viewed the Commanders' offer not just as a financial upgrade, but as an opportunity to become a central figure in a team's game plan, with a coaching staff seemingly ready to maximize his unique skill set and exploit mismatches at the highest level. Reports indicate that his integration into the team will be swift, with training camps expected to feature targeted drills designed to build chemistry between Johnston and the quarterback, refine timing routes, and develop a rhythm that could transform Washington's passing attack into one of the league's most feared vertical offenses. Beyond the tactical considerations, the psychological impact on both teams cannot be understated. For the Chargers, losing a projected cornerstone talent creates a void that may influence locker room morale, fan perception, and strategic planning. While for the Commanders, acquiring a player of Johnston's caliber injects energy, optimism, and a narrative boost that could resonate with supporters hungry for marquee acquisitions and breakthrough performances. The broader NFL ecosystem is also being impacted, as opponents must now consider how to defend against a player capable of exploiting space in ways previously unseen in the league, prompting adjustments in secondary alignments, coverage schemes, and game planning that could have cascading effects on multiple matchups throughout the season. In essence, Johnston's move represents more than just a player transfer. It is a seismic event capable of reshaping team dynamics, influencing league narratives, and igniting discussions that will dominate off-season discourse and carry momentum into the regular season, with analysts, fans, and insiders alike closely monitoring every development in the unfolding story. From a historical perspective, player defections of this magnitude are rare, particularly when they involve young talent expected to ascend rapidly within their original team's framework, making Johnston's decision an anomaly worthy of intense scrutiny. Comparisons are already being drawn to past high-profile shifts that altered team fortunes, transformed offensive identities, and catalyzed cultural changes within organizations, raising questions about how Washington's management navigated this acquisition and what lessons other teams might glean from the process. Pundits are exploring every conceivable angle, from the contractual incentives offered to the potential role of leadership within the Commanders' locker room, to the long-term vision projected for Johnston as a cornerstone of an ambitious offensive plan, highlighting the complexity of modern player negotiations where money, opportunity, team culture, and career trajectory intertwine in intricate ways. Social media commentary ranges from celebratory memes and highlight compilations to passionate debates over loyalty, strategy, and competitive balance, illustrating the multifaceted reactions generated by a single decision that could influence perceptions of player agency and team decision-making. Meanwhile, NFL statisticians and strategists are theorizing on how Johnston's speed and size may force defensive coordinators to adjust coverages, double-team assignments, or safety positioning, emphasizing that this is not merely a personal or financial story, but a tactical chess move with profound implications across the league. As the story develops, every practice, press conference, and off-season workout will be analyzed for clues, with insiders and fans searching for confirmation of chemistry, leadership, and readiness, all in anticipation of a season where Quentin Johnston could redefine what it means to be a deep threat weapon in the modern NFL. The immediate response from fans has been equally dramatic, with social media timelines flooded by expressions of shock, excitement, and curiosity as followers dissect the implications of Johnston's decision. Chargers fans expressed disbelief and disappointment, with many lamenting the loss of a player expected to be a generational talent within their offensive scheme, while Commanders supporters celebrate the acquisition as a statement move, signaling the team's ambition and commitment to redefining their offensive identity in a league where explosive plays and vertical threats are increasingly valuable commodities. Media outlets are emphasizing the secrecy and rapid pace of the negotiations, suggesting that Johnston's choice reflects a combination of strategic career thinking and personal ambition, with insiders noting that such moves are often accompanied by careful planning, calculated risk assessment, and intense behind-the-scenes deliberation to ensure that the transition is both seamless and impactful. Analysts have also begun projecting how Johnston's presence may influence game planning, defensive matchups, and the overall perception of the Commanders as a legitimate contender, particularly in light of the team's need to complement its offensive weapons with a player capable of stretching the field and creating opportunities for other playmakers. This development is not only a personnel shift, but a cultural signal, highlighting the Commanders' commitment to attracting marquee talent and providing an environment where a dynamic receiver can flourish, potentially reshaping league narratives about team competitiveness, player agency, and the strategic value of deep threats. Every reaction, analysis, and rumor adds fuel to the fire, building anticipation for training camps, preseason matchups, and the eventual showdown moments where Johnston's impact will be measured not just in statistics, but in highlight reel moments that captivate audiences and define the emerging story of Washington's offensive evolution. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Industry insiders suggest that the negotiation process involved not just conventional contract talks, but also a nuanced assessment of Johnston's role within the Commanders' larger strategic vision, including his potential contributions to team branding, media appeal, and marketability, highlighting how modern NFL signings often intersect with cultural, financial, and strategic considerations beyond simple on-field performance. According to sources, the team's front office presented a comprehensive plan detailing how Johnston would be utilized in multiple offensive schemes, including designed deep routes, creative alignment variations, and integration into high-impact situational plays designed to maximize his unique athletic skill set, while simultaneously forcing defensive coordinators to confront challenges previously unseen in the league. The Chargers, on the other hand, are reportedly evaluating their contingency strategies, considering draft options, free agent targets, and potential trades to mitigate the loss of a player whose departure could leave a strategic void in the passing attack and disrupt preseason planning, team chemistry, and long-term developmental trajectories. Analysts are emphasizing that Johnston's move may influence contract negotiations across the league, serving as a precedent for future young talent considering team switches, while also raising broader questions about the balance between player ambition, team investment, and league parity. Meanwhile, fans are already envisioning highlight sequences, touchdown celebrations, and game-changing plays that could emerge from Johnston's integration, creating a narrative filled with anticipation, speculation, and excitement as the league braces for a shift in dynamics that promises both drama and spectacle. The conversation surrounding this move continues to grow louder, underscoring the complex interplay of strategy, ambition, and opportunity in shaping the modern NFL landscape, with Johnston's decision serving as a focal point for discussions spanning from tactical implications to emotional fan reactions. Finally, whispers within the league suggest that this acquisition could spark a broader trend, encouraging other teams to pursue similar bold moves with young, talented players seeking an immediate and impactful role, thereby reshaping offseason strategies and altering traditional approaches to player retention, development, and deployment. Johnston's choice is being framed not merely as a personal career decision, but as a potential catalyst for change in how franchises evaluate talent, negotiate contracts, and prioritize offensive innovation, emphasizing the increasingly strategic nature of roster management in a league driven by speed, athleticism, and vertical explosiveness. Coaches and analysts alike are dissecting film, evaluating Johnston's route running, catch radius, and ability to create separation, projecting how these skills could be leveraged to stretch defenses, open lanes for complementary players, and transform Washington's offensive identity into one characterized by unpredictability, explosiveness, and game-changing plays that could dominate highlight reels and drive team momentum throughout the season. The ripple effects extend beyond X's and O's, influencing fan engagement, ticket sales, media coverage, and fantasy football projections, with Johnston's presence instantly elevating Washington's profile and providing a narrative hook that resonates across multiple dimensions of the league. Every report, rumor, and insider tip contributes to an evolving storyline, capturing the attention of fans, analysts, and commentators who are collectively constructing the narrative of a transformative acquisition that may define the Commanders' season and shape perceptions of player agency, team strategy, and the high-stakes world of NFL talent movement. As the league prepares for the upcoming season, Johnston's leap from Chargers to Commanders remains one of the most compelling and talked-about developments, ensuring that all eyes will be on Washington as they attempt to harness the potential of a player whose impact could be felt across every level of the game. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.